The title of today's video is Queen Esther. Watch and be blessed.
In the opulent heart of the Persian Empire, a young Jewish woman named Esther found favor in the eyes of King Xerxes. Her destiny was forever changed as she was crowned Queen of Persia. But she kept her heritage a secret, guided by her wise cousin, Mordecai, who watched over her from the shadows. Mordecai's loyalty to the crown was unwavering. Stationed at the king's gate, he uncovered a sinister plot to assassinate Xerxes. He urgently relayed the news to Queen Esther, who revealed the conspiracy to the king in Mordecai's name, saving his life. This act of bravery was recorded in the royal chronicles, but for now, it was forgotten. The king elevated a proud and ruthless man named Haman to the highest position in the empire. In his arrogance, Haman demanded that all bow before him. Yet, one man refused. Mordecai would bow to no man but his God. This single act of defiance ignited a bitter hatred in Haman's heart. Consumed by rage, Haman devised a monstrous plan. Not content with killing one man, he resolved to destroy Mordecai's entire people. He deceitfully convinced the king that the Jews were a threat. Without a second thought, Xerxes gave Haman his royal seal authorizing a decree for their annihilation. The order was sent to every corner of the empire. On a single day, the Jewish people were to be exterminated. The city was plunged into mourning. Mordecai put on sackcloth and ashes, wailing in despair. When a terrified Esther learned of the decree and Mordecai's anguish, he sent her a challenge that would echo through history. Who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? Facing certain death if she approached the king unsummoned, Esther made a choice. "I will go," she said, "and if I perish, I perish." With courage born of faith, Esther entered the inner court. The king saw her and his heart softened. He extended his golden scepter, sparing her life. But instead of pleading her case immediately, she invited the king and Haman to a banquet, setting the stage for a divine reversal. Flushed with pride from the royal invitation, Haman's joy was once again spoiled by the sight of Mordecai's defiance. Counseled by his wife, he ordered the construction of a towering gallows, 75 feet high, upon which he planned to impale Mordecai at first light. His evil scheme was nearly complete. That night, Providence intervened. The king could not sleep and ordered the book of Chronicles to be read. There, he was reminded of Mordecai's forgotten act of loyalty. At that very moment, Haman arrived to ask for Mordecai's execution. The king asked him what should be done for the man the king delights to honor. Certain he was the man, Haman described a great public honor. The king's reply was a devastating blow. Go and do so for Mordecai the Jew. Humiliated, Haman was forced to honor the man he despised. At Queen Esther's second banquet, the king pressed her for her request. Esther revealed her heart. "Let my life be spared, for I and my people have been sold to be destroyed." When the king demanded to know who was responsible, Esther pointed to Haman. "An adversary, an enemy! This vile Haman!" In his rage, the king stormed out. In a moment of desperation, Haman fell upon Esther's couch to beg for mercy, just as the king returned. Interpreting this as an assault, the king's wrath was sealed. A servant told him of the gallows Haman had built for Mordecai. The king's sentence was swift and poetic. "Impale him on it." The evil that Haman had intended for Mordecai returned upon his own head. Thus, through the courage of a queen and the unseen hand of destiny, the Jewish people were saved from destruction. The story of Esther, Mordecai, and Haman is remembered every year in the joyous festival of Purim, a celebration of how righteousness can triumph over evil.
Like and subscribe for more Bible stories.